Hi everyone, welcome to HVTV. I am JB, glad to be with you once again. If 2020 has taught us anything, it's that we need as many solutions as possible for health and safety. Digital and technical solutions are one of the pathways forward. Carl Scarborough, the Director of Technical Equipment at the Regional Transportation Commission of Southern Nevada, had quite a challenge during the pandemic as Transportation Commission transports thousands of Nevadans every day. Carl, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
So, Carl, if you could just sort of summarize the biggest challenges you faced in your role for the RTC.
Yeah, well, when the pandemic hit, it was kind of an unfolding situation. We realized we wanted to do something to protect our customers and to protect our employees, our drivers. And so we kind of went out there and started looking at what was available. One of the first things we did was put up a barrier between the drivers and the customers. Drivers come in contact with up to 360 people a day on average. And, when you multiply that by the, hundreds of bus drivers that we have out there at any given time, that adds up to a lot of people. So physical barrier separating the driver compartment from the passengers was one thing we did. We did social distance seating on the coaches. We implemented a regimen of deep cleaning and sanitizing the buses every time they come back to the yard at night. So we did those kind of things, but we started looking beyond that and what we could do. Obviously, everyone's wearing a mask, that helps. But we wanted to start screening our employees before they come to work to make sure they're healthy when they get here. We looked at some different ways of doing that. Obviously, we could have somebody at the doorway hitting them with a thermometer. What we elected to do instead was to go with the Hitachi infrared camera, the thermal imaging system. And we've deployed that at 8 doorways amongst our 6 facilities. So we require all our employees when they come in and come to work to go through one of those doorways, read their temperature before they start their day. So it's just another level of trying to make sure that people are healthy when they go out on the road so that we're protecting other drivers and other employees, but our customers as well.
That's such a great approach in terms of the layers that are necessary, physical, social, and technological. And it sounds like the Hitachi Vantara solution in terms of thermal imaging gave you the opportunity to, pull some people back from what would have been a frontline, taking temperatures every day also exposes a whole nother level of people. So walk me through that. So if I'm a bus driver or even anyone who works in the facilities, how do I approach this? If I jog in, if I commute in, if I walk in, if I bring my sandwiches in, what's that process like?
Obviously, you come in, you park your car, you go in through one of the designated doors, you stand in front of one of the cameras, and it's got a screen on it, and it'll show you your thermal image, and it'll tell you if your temperature is okay or if it's elevated. If your temperature is okay, you go on about your work. If your temperature is elevated, we ask you to wait a couple of minutes and then rescreen. If it's still elevated, contact your supervisor. Depending on what your role is and who you work for, they'll probably come out and take your temperature with a handheld thermometer. And then if you're still hot, they'll probably tell you to go home and see your doctor. If you're not, then, we get to go to work. And then the nice thing about the Hitachi system is we're able to remote monitor all of these cameras. So we have a central control room where they can see all of the thermal cameras. They can see a traditional camera, so they can see who people are and what they're doing. And we can see that they've passed or not passed. And if they haven't passed, do they stay around to rescreen or do they keep on going to work? And I'm at least relieved to say, or happy to say, that we haven't had anybody who's tested positive ignore it and just go to work. So we've had really good acceptance and compliance by the employees, but we're able to monitor it remotely so that we don't have to have somebody standing there potentially being exposed to hundreds of people every day as they come to work by screening them manually.
That's remarkable. And it sounds like you've built a great partnership with both Hitachi Vantara and with the people you work with. That's an incredible collaboration and a buy-in rate that's so important. This is obviously a communal challenge. These are not solutions we can do alone. So with that in mind, and you mentioned it a little bit as we sort of approach vaccines and we approach sort of a return to whatever the next chapter of our communal life may be, this digital transformation that has allowed you to achieve some things with this strategy, how has that taken hold, and what do you anticipate might be some of the things you do here in the near future and perhaps the several years out?
As you look beyond, cameras as a solution, it's not just about taking pictures anymore. On the roadway side, we've already seen cameras provide us a lot of intelligence about what's going on the roadway. There's vehicles in the valley that are equipped with cameras through a third party that we work with, and we're able to get intelligence like where are their lane closures, where are their construction cones, where are their traffic delays, where are their accidents. So we're starting to get all of this real-time intelligence through analytics that's been a real help on the roadway. As we look at our bus fleet, we see the potential down the road to be able to use cameras to tell us how full our buses are. Are they at capacity? It could even detect is somebody sleeping on the bus. They've been there for a long time and they aren't getting on and off. So those are kind of some of the things that video can help us with.
Well, that is a remarkable success. Glad to hear that it has worked out this way. And it sounds like there's real plans in the future to have long-term changes as well. Would you say overall that this has been a successful technological solution to what you've been trying to do?
Yeah, I think it would. And again, the ability to have one person monitor multiple locations remotely has been a big selling point for us.
That's great to hear. Carl, I want to thank you for taking time out of your day. I know you got a lot of work to do here today, so thanks for being with us.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
And as always, I want to thank you for joining us on this round of HVTV. I'm JB. We'll see you next time.